As a wedding photographer, it's hard to tackle talking to clients, talking to vendors, talking to venues, sending clients their photos. I totally understand. You hardly have any time for your kids, your loved ones, and of course, building a website that actually helps you land more clients becomes a proper puzzle. Now, let me tell you this, I've actually built, designed, and tested a framework for your landing page that actually works, and I'm going to share it with you in a simple step-by-step action plan that you can start implementing right now. I often look at the best practices when it comes to web design. I see tens, if not hundreds, of wedding photographers' websites, and I am always amazed by how beautiful the artwork looks. I've actually looked on YouTube to try and find more channels that actually help wedding photographers with their websites, but honestly, I was amazed to see how little information there is out there. Not to mention, when I actually find anything that covers this topic on websites for wedding photographers, it's almost always using some sort of DIY budget kit sold at $7,000 wrapped like it's the bee's knees. Now, don't get me wrong, by all means, you can use that, but you can be certain that people selling it to you usually don't have the skills or knowledge to make it count. The main issue I see is people forget how long it took them to perfect the craft. I'm just wondering, how would you feel if your best mate will come over one day and be like, you know what camera should I buy? I'm gonna start shooting weddings from now on. I'm almost certain a smile will cross your face on how funny that whole situation is. You'd probably try and tell them just because the camera costs 10 grand and doesn't even have a dual car slot won't make it good for you. And then you're probably going to go into some composition aspects you'll have to be aware of, the lights and the shutter speed, and soon enough he'll tell you how yes, but I'm very excited because I'm going to get a very, very expensive camera. That's pretty much what happens when you get sold another template for a random vendor of Canva, Wix, Workplace template, or any other one you could think of. Honestly, just do this next time. Just ask them if they get under 2 seconds on Google Vitals. That's a very easy test to do for any decent website design agency. They either ask you, what do you mean by that? Or they're off by a few seconds in most cases. Now, the reason this landing page works is because of the simple proof system. You are simply stating facts in a simple order for people to understand and make an educated decision. I've used this exact framework on Maria's website and she got a booking message within a few weeks. So here are the 6 steps we are going to take building the perfect landing page for wedding photographers. The first section of your website, the first thing people see when your website loads, it's called the hero section. Everything else is called below the fold. So the first section, the hero section, all we need to do is have a simple quality photo alongside a simple statement about who you are, where you shoot, what city or area, and a simple call to action that actually gets people to a booking form. Your second section should have 3 to 6 testimonials from your past clients. This is very important for couples getting married. They actually want social proof from your past clients to make sure you are real. And of course, your services are actually good. After the testimonials, make sure to add another call to action button like book your date, check if available, schedule your wedding. This soon to be married couple might be ready to book you for a wedding right now. This third section should be the About You section. Make sure to keep it simple and professional while also adding a bit of personality. Then, if possible, add a few achievements you've managed to get alongside the years of activity. For example, you could have the years of experience, how many weddings you've shot, any national or international prizes you've got. If you want, you can have these in the About section. Now for the fifth section, you should add a simple gallery. Just select the photos that speak to you the most, the stories you've captured that translate images to heartwarming emotions. Remember the KISS rule, keep it simple. Don't do 30 photos, just do a few. Obviously, dependent on the size and form of your photography gallery, you can add more like we just did here in the section for Maria. Then, in the fifth step of your landing page, include a short and simple explanation of the process your clients will go through while working with you. From booking a call, maybe to an in-person meeting, to scheduling, day of the wedding, to photography delivered time, anything you believe is important for your clients to know beforehand. But also try to keep details to a minimum, like how many photos you deliver, what if the weather is bad, contract details. Those should go on a separate page, not in here. And the final section, a simple call to action to sum everything up. Now, personally, I do not fancy having a call to action on every single section of a website, just because people know when you are trying to be a sales rep. And when you are honest, having this call to action at the end only helps the future husband and wife make an educated decision in regards to your artwork and if they actually want to book you. Because in my opinion, 2 more book me buttons won't make them book you for a wedding if they just like a different style. Now, that being said, posting on social media obviously helps with more traffic, and people that see your photos can click your description or your bio link. But for couples to pay 5, 10, 20 grand for your services, it is important that they are met with professionalism, kindness, and most importantly, clarity. That means not trying to sell them at every step of the way. I mention this aspect because if your website looks like an art gallery, your clients might not understand and get confused. And by all means, have a page designed especially as a gallery where you experiment with design and such, but make sure that people that want to find a great wedding photographer for one of their most important date of their lives, just please make sure you make it easy for them. So as I was saying, here's a funny little story of one of my clients. A few days after I delivered Maria's website, she got an inquiry offer sent through the website form to her email. Now here's the funny bit, she got the request for the booking so quickly, she didn't even have time to set up her email to her phone, so she almost missed it. We were actually laughing about it and I thought it was a funny story. If you made it so far, I really appreciate it, and also hope these tips help you get more clients. And speaking of help, I'm actually able to take 1 client each month, so we can work one-on-one and actually build your proper wedding photography website. I'll just leave a link in the description for you. Alright, peace and love.